Hey y'all, and welcome to Monner's Market, and welcome to the Easter Mystery Swap Box Challenge. I am so excited about this. I have waited and waited and waited. This challenge is hosted by my good friend Tammy over at Happiness Created. There will be a playlist listed below, so be sure you go down to my description box and watch the playlist. If you are here from the playlist, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. We're going to get right into the video. Hey y'all, I got my Easter box. Yes, I did. And my box came from Sew Kate. I've never really had a chance to work with her before other than a couple of collabs, so I'm super excited. I don't really know her personality that well, so I'm wondering what's in this box. Let me show you the box. This is the box. It's fairly light, fairly light. I don't really hear anything, but let me get straight into opening it. I'm gonna turn the camera down. Realize that the addresses were showing. Okay, so let me see what she said in her card. Oh, look at the little heart, how cute. Isn't that adorable? All right. Oh, this is so cute. It's handmade. I love it. It's kind of hard to read because the ink is the same color. Let me see if I can read it. I hope you enjoy your box. Can't wait to see your amazing DIYs. Happy Valentine's Day. Hugs, Kate from Sew Kate. Oh my goodness, Kate, I love it. That was dated 2 days ago, so this came really, really quick. Really quick. Okay, so first thing I see is this little styrofoam cone. Love it. These little pots. Already got something in mind for those. Then we have some black yarn. Now that's an interesting choice for an Easter box, but hey, I can go with it. Now I'm going to put this to the side and wait to show you that. And I will put this to the side and wait to show you that. Oops, something fell out. I don't know if it fell out of that or if it was meant to be, but there's some hand sanitizer. These are cute. Oh, those are adorable. Look at the sparkle. All right, let me cut this on off over here. Drop it. All right, what do we have in here? Okay, so we have these cute little egg picks. Adorable. Some twine. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I have not seen these. Look at these little bunnies. Oh, they're so freaking cute. Then we have some felt. And we have some gorgeous, what color is this? I was trying to see the color, but look how pretty that is. Kind of all sparkly. And then I have two of these. Whoopsie. Okay. So that is what I have. Now let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to make that noise. Let's see what we have here in these that are wrapped. Okay. Oh, it's peeps. I don't think I can craft with those, but I can sure enough tear them up. I've never seen chocolate peeps. It's donut shop coffee flavored peeps. Thanks, girl. Never seen anything like this, but I'm loving it. And then this is, oh, I feel glass. Oh, how cute. Oh, she was so good to me. Look, I love it. Oh, I don't have any polish on that finger, sorry. This is the real deal, y'all. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to recap and show you what I have, but thank you, Sew Kate, for an amazing box. My mind's already like spinning, and I'll be back in a flash. I'm just going to show you real quick what came in the box, and then we're going to get to crafting. Thanks, Kate. Here we go. Okay, so we have the eggs on a stick. That's what I'm calling them. Peeps are for me. Some black yarn. Those beautiful gems. We have the vinyl paper, the felt. We have that beautiful little vase, the styrofoam cone, the little planners, my beautiful card, and those two boxes. So that is what I have to work with. So thank you, Kate. Let's go. Okay, so for DIY number one, I made the cutest little clay pots with these little bunnies. Now what I did is after I opened up the little bunnies, I opened up the clay pots and I went in with some white Waverly chalk paint and just sort of gave them a real heavy dry brush sort of. You'll see what I'm talking about. I didn't want to paint the whole thing. I just wanted to make it look like it used to be white and had really started chipping off all over. And not a distressed, well, yeah, I guess it is a distressed look, but more of a rustic look. So once I got the clay pots all painted up and ready to go, I took the red felt because I needed something down in the bottom of the clay pots to bring up the bottom, if that makes any sense at all. But, before I did that, I painted my little bunnies with some ivory chalk paint. And once I got the little bunnies painted with the ivory chalk paint, I did use a skewer off of one of those Easter eggs. So I just painted it with the ivory all over. Once I got it painted with the ivory, I went in with the prettiest blue paint from Apple Barrel. It's called Acapulco. I guess that's how you say that. Acapulco, like Acapulco, Hawaii, or where is Acapulco? New Mexico? Heck, I don't know. Acapulco anyway. That's the name of the color, and it's really, really pretty. But I only used a teeny, tiny bit of it. And you'll see in just a minute where I squirted just a little bit, because what I wanted to do was go in while this ivory was still wet and sort of blend it in together, but not all over, just kind of like in spurts. So that's where I just see the tiny, tiny little bit, and then I'm just sort of giving it more of a tint, if you will, instead of a paint job. I'm just tinting that ivory with a little bit of that Acapulco blue, and I love the way it turned out because it wasn't a heavy coat either, so it was sort of just like mixing and blending. So once I got that done, that's when I went back in with the red felt and built the bottoms of my clay pots up. And it worked perfect, but when I thought about it, I thought I've got to find something to do with that black yarn. So I did the red in two of the pots, and then I used some yarn in the last pot. Now this is me. I knew that red was going to shine through like a light bulb. So I took some brown and some green paint to try to get a darker green, like the grass green color, and just went over the top of the red where you could see it there to tone down that bright red, the felt. Once I got that done, that's when I knew I needed to do something with that black yarn and could not for the life of me think of anything to do. So I figured I would use that for the filler in the third one. And that actually worked a lot better for me than the other did, but I couldn't paint it. It was like, it was not going to let me paint it, but it was darker and you couldn't see it as much. So I wasn't too worried about it. Then I took these little moss balls from the Dollar Tree and put 2 of them down in each one. And I cut off a couple of skewers that those little eggs come on. And I just put my little bunnies inside of that. And then I had this greenery from Hobby Lobby that is absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, I did put those little diamonds as the little eyeballs. And I want you to look how cute that turned out. Once it's done and I show you the reveal, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I put an eyeball on each side of the little rabbit, and they were perfect for the eyeballs. So once I got the eyeballs on, that's when I went in with that really pretty greenery from Hobby Lobby and just put 2 little sprigs down on each side, and then put my, what are they called? The little bunny picks down in there. And then I got to thinking I need to do something with that blue, oh, what is it called? The vinyl, the blue vinyl. And it was a really pretty glitter vinyl. So I thought I would cut little strips of the blue vinyl out to go around the top of the clay pots to give it a little bit of color. And I had already used that blue tint in the paint, so it was perfect together. And then once I got the blue strips going around the clay pot, I thought, you know what, it would be really cute to add some twine around that blue. You know what I mean? Where you could still see through the blue, but yet there was some twine wrapped around it. And for whatever reason, I don't know if I got sidetracked and forgot to turn the camera back on when I wrapped the twine around it, but you'll see the twine in the reveal. But for some reason, I didn't record that part, but literally all you would have seen me do was wrap twine around it. But once I got that done, all there was to doing these little things, and I thought they turned out so super cute. And I cannot wait to hear what you think about them down in the description box below. Look how darling those turned out. I think they are so cute, and they go perfect with the little cloche, or the big cloche that I made on one of my most recent videos, and the chair shelf that I made. Everything matches perfect together for my Easter decorations this year. So let me know what you think down in the comments below about what I did with those mystery items. And now let's get into DIY number 2. For DIY number 2, I made this cute little window pane shelf thingamajigger. I had 2 of these. I guess they're shelves. I don't know, boxes. I don't know what you call them, honestly. And at first, I went ahead and used the Waverly Antique Wax and just stained both pieces. And the whole time I was staining them, I was thinking, what in the world am I going to do with this? Like, I literally had no direction, no clue whatsoever. But I knew I wanted to stain them, and I wanted to distress them down with some of the chalk paint to sort of bring all of my Easter decorations that I've done this year together and make them all match. But the whole time I was painting them, I truly had no idea what I was going to do. Like, I was stumped and just baffled. And then I remembered some really cute bunny paper that I bought from Hobby Lobby and used in one of my recent videos. Actually, the same video that I was just talking about. You know what? I'll link that video down below. So I went in with this ivory chalk paint and, again, just sort of heavily dry brushed it all over to distress it and give it that rustic look that is the theme in my home. And as I was painting this, it dawned on me, what if I could take the bottom out of one of them and make it thicker, deeper, because I couldn't find anything that I could put inside of that was small enough that it would have held up. And if I did, I couldn't think of 8 things that was that small to put in there, if that makes any sense at all. So I got the idea to try to see if I could take the back off of one of them, and it actually came off a lot easier than I thought it would. So after I took the back off of it, I just took some wood, like a wood glue, a hot stick wood glue, or wood glue hot stick, however you say it, and glued the top squares onto the bottom of the whole piece. Does that even make sense? That sounded so dumb. but I used that paper to stick in the back. And this is where I thought, oh man, it would be so cool if I could get the back off. So I started kind of prying on it a little bit, and it actually came right off. Now, it did take a little bit of elbow grease to kind of manhandle it off of there, but I ended up getting it off, and it was perfect. You know, a lot of Dollar Tree's wood is not flush and square, but this actually lined up perfectly, and I was kind of surprised. So I took my hot glue that is wood glue and a Dollar Tree, what is that, wood glue gun? Lord, I can't even think today. Anyway, I used that to put it together, and I'm telling you, it was perfect. It made it thick enough to put something in there, and it held together beautifully, and I was so proud of it. And now I had plenty of room to put something down in there and it not fall out because it was too shallow. You know what I mean? Like, this made it a lot deeper. So I took some of that same greenery that I used from Hobby Lobby and these cute little Easter bunnies that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it was so simple. I just put some greenery in there, and I glued those little bunnies down to make it look like they each had their own little house, like this was an apartment complex. My mind was going to town, let me tell you. And I gave each little bunny its home in the bunny apartment. And this is what it looked like after I was done, and I thought it turned out so stinking cute. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about my Easter apartment. That's what I'm calling it. Oh, good grief, Brenda. Not an Easter apartment, a bunny apartment. Y'all know I can't talk. If you've ever seen any of my videos before, I cannot talk. I get so stinking tongue-tied. All right, so now let's get into DIY number 3 and use up the rest of those mystery items. So for DIY number 3, I took that cute little vase that I got and those the little eggs and put it together. Now I'm looking at it thinking, what am I going to do? I still have to use the styrofoam. I still have to use the eggs, blah, 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 blah. So I decided to go ahead and paint it to match everything else. Now that is the ivory chalk paint. And once I got it painted and dried it, I took that styrofoam because I needed something to, use to stick the sticks down in there so that they would stay where I wanted them to. When I kept trying to stick them down in there, they were just falling and flopping all over the place. So I took the styrofoam and I cut it down to where I could get a piece in there, and it was lodged so good that it stayed perfectly in place, and I was able to stick my little picks down in there, and they stayed right where I wanted them. So I painted 3 of those eggs the same way I did the little bunnies with the little blue, blah, blah, blah. See there? I told you. With the blue tint. And then I stuck some of that same greenery down in there, and I put those little eggs on a pick and one of those other little bunnies on a pick and put it together, and look how adorable that turned out. I love the way this turned out. I thought it was so cute, and that used up all the rest of my mystery items. So I cannot wait to hear what you think about the way I did all of the mystery items, how I brought it all together, and let me know what you think about the whole vignette. Does it look good? Did you like it? Was it a good way to use all of those mystery items? Now let's get into the final reveal. This is what everything looked like whenever I was done, and I couldn't have been more proud. I mean, when you're handed a bunch of items that you did not pick out and have no control over, to make something out of it, to bring it all together where it actually jives and looks halfway decent, I thought I did a pretty good job. But you are the one who counts. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about the way I used my mystery items. I was kind of proud of the way they turned out. So right now, I just want to tell Tammy over at Happiness Created, thank you so much for doing this very, very fun mystery box swap challenge. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. Now, my video will be linked below in the, not my video, the playlist will be linked below in my description box, and that playlist will take you around the whole entire playlist. So thank you for coming to Monter's Market. Thank you for watching. Be blessed. Bye now.